Ever wondered how blockchain works? Well, you're not alone. And today, you'll understand this groundbreaking technology. Picture a world where every transaction you make is secure, transparent, and decentralized. This is the world of blockchain, a distributed ledger technology that revolutionized the way we record transactions across networks of computers. It's like a digital ledger that's accessible to everyone but controlled by no single entity. Impressive, isn't it? This technology was first conceptualized in 2008 by an enigmatic figure, or group, known as Satoshi Nakamoto. And while you may associate blockchain with Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, its applications stretch far and wide, impacting industries from supply chain management to voting systems. The beauty of blockchain lies in its decentralization, its transparency, and its incredible security. So, ready to dive into the world of blockchain? Let's start by understanding the structure of a blockchain network. Picture a blockchain network as a group of interconnected computers, or nodes, each holding a copy of the entire blockchain ledger. Imagine a bustling city where each building is a node. Each building, or node, is autonomous, yet connected to the others, forming a complex, vibrant network. This is decentralization in action, with no single entity in control, but rather a collective cooperation among all nodes. The strength of this network lies in its redundancy. With each node maintaining its own copy of the blockchain ledger, the system becomes resilient and robust. Now, let's dive into the heart of our city, the blocks. Picture them as the lifeblood, pulsating through the veins of our city. Each block is like a page in a ledger, holding a collection of transaction data. These transactions could represent anything from a financial exchange to a vote cast in an election. Adding to its complexity, each block also contains a timestamp and a reference to the previous block, creating a chronological chain of blocks. The only exception is the Genesis block, the first of its kind, standing like a proud pioneer at the start of the chain. But how is a block born? It all starts when a transaction occurs. This transaction is then grouped with others into a block, ready to be validated and added to the blockchain. It's akin to a city council approving a new building project, ensuring it meets all regulations before it can become part of the cityscape. So, we have a network of nodes, each maintaining a ledger of blocks, which are essentially bundles of transactions. But a crucial question remains: how can we trust these blocks? How do we ensure they're legitimate and not the work of a crafty fraudster? This is where the consensus mechanism comes into play, acting as the judge and jury of the blockchain world, ensuring every block meets the network's standards. It's the glue that holds our city together, ensuring harmony and trust among its inhabitants. Now that we have our blocks, how do we ensure they're valid? This is where the consensus mechanism comes into play. The consensus mechanism is the heart of a blockchain network, ensuring that all nodes agree on the authenticity of each block. Now let's dive into the details. There are several consensus mechanisms in the world of blockchain, but the most common ones include proof of work, or POW, and proof of stake, or POS. Proof of work is like a competitive race. Here, participants known as miners compete to solve complex mathematical puzzles. It's a lot like a Sudoku competition, where the first one to solve the puzzle gets the prize. In this case, the prize is the right to add the next block to the chain and a reward in the form of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, for instance, uses proof of work. On the other hand, proof of stake chooses the creator of the new block based on their stake, or how much cryptocurrency they hold and are willing to lock up as collateral. The more you hold, the higher your chances of being chosen to add the next block. It's like a lottery, but your chances of winning increase with the number of tickets you hold. Ethereum, for instance, is transitioning to proof of stake. Mining, primarily associated with proof of work, is not just about competition and rewards. It's an essential process that validates transactions and secures the network. Miners do this by solving those complex puzzles we talked about earlier, which requires substantial computational power and energy. This process ensures that adding false transactions to the blockchain is virtually impossible, maintaining the network's integrity. Once a miner solves the puzzle, they broadcast the solution, along with the new block, to the network. This proposed block contains a collection of recent transactions, a timestamp, and a reference to the previous block. But how do we know that a block is accepted by the network? This brings us to the validation process. Validation is a crucial step where nodes in the network confirm the authenticity of a new block. So how does this actually work? Well, when a new block is proposed, it's not immediately added to the blockchain. First, other nodes in the network need to verify its validity. This is where the consensus mechanism comes into play. This mechanism ensures that all nodes reach an agreement on the state of the ledger, maintaining the integrity and immutability of the blockchain. But what do we mean by immutability? It's a bit of a mouthful, but essentially it means that once a block is added to the blockchain, it cannot be altered or tampered with. It becomes a permanent, unchangeable record. This immutability is a cornerstone of blockchain's security. If you try to alter the data within a block, you'd need to modify all the subsequent blocks in the chain. Given the computational power required to do this, it's practically infeasible and economically unviable. But the security of blockchain doesn't stop at immutability. The decentralized nature of the network adds another layer of protection. By eliminating single points of failure and reducing the risk of censorship, hacking, or data manipulation, blockchain ensures a level of security that's hard to match. The decentralization also means that each participant in the network has equal access to the ledger and can verify transactions independently. This transparency is another key feature of blockchain, fostering trust and collaboration between network participants. It's clear to see that the combination of validation, immutability, and security make blockchain a powerful tool. But it's not just about cryptocurrencies. Blockchain technology has a wide range of applications, from supply chain management and voting systems to digital identity verification and decentralized finance. With its ability to improve efficiency, security, and trust, blockchain is making waves across various industries. Now you understand why blockchain is considered a game changer in many industries, not just in the world of cryptocurrencies.